You really don't know about Christmas side is. Yeah, like children, yeah. Oh, no. Reaching out to like children. Yeah. Me begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. Oh, no better unite. Yeah. Oh, begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. No. Oh, no better unite. Yeah. Oh, that one you feel the youth, them inna the ghetto, inna the slum. We nah no money for shipment from wrong. So who bring the coke and who bring the gun? The youth them like gun and the dog get shut down. And mama who lie and a ball for her son. Look on her face, see how tears are run down. So tell them one pass don't fight, no. Like the morning sun, but then again them like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. All the better unite. Yeah. Now, begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. No. All the better unite. Yeah.
Hello to all of my friends all across the world, wherever you might be. This evening, we bring in the show a bit later this evening because we have a very special guest today, and he's going to be joining us in just a few moments. So welcome to the show, guys. We have Brian Manning, son of the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Patrick Manning, former political leader of the People's National Movement and former member of Parliament for the constituency of San Fernando East. And of course, his son, Brian Manning, he is the constituent for the People's National Movement under the leadership of Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley in the constituency of San Fernando East that his father was the MP for so many years. So it's an honor and a privilege to have Mr. Brian Manning joining me in just a little while. Guys, if you have not as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to ask you to take these few moments to go ahead and click the link in the description box and subscribe to my channel. For those of you who have already subscribed, thank you guys very much for your support. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just give us a few moments. I'm sure Mr. Manning will be with us momentarily, but let me just talk a little bit about the relationship with Mr. Manning, because actually I have not known Mr. Manning, Mr. Brian Manning, personally. My guest on the show tonight, I have not known him personally. However, I did meet him once. It was about exactly 4 years ago, and that was at the funeral of his late father, the Honorable Patrick Mervyn Augustus Manning. My relationship with Patrick Manning, I'm sure that a lot of people know about that awesome friendship that I had with Patrick Manning. So it will be a pleasure to have Brian joining me tonight, guys. He will be here with us in just a few moments, so just bear with us. Just go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share this video, whether you're on YouTube. Let me say goodnight to you guys on YouTube. Whether you're on Facebook, good night to everyone viewing simultaneously on Facebook. Share this video. We would have Brian with us in just a few moments. So now, there are a lot of people who've made a lot of profound impacts on my life and helped me get from where I was as a teenager, living on the streets, sleeping on the pavement, eating from the trash cans, to where I am now, living in the UK, running my own business that is going successfully. Well, you know, I'm not getting rich off of it, but I'm able to take care of my family and I'm able to enjoy a certain standard of living. So I would say that my business is doing successfully. But back when I was living on the streets, I remember, I want to take you guys back to 2009. I was sleeping in, for those of you in Trinidad, I was sleeping in phase 2 Panyard, or I used to sleep in an old Cortina parked outside of phase 2 Panyard, and I wasn't living anywhere. I didn't have anything, but I decided one day that I was going to go see Prime Minister Patrick Manning, because I knew on a Thursday he would see members of the public in his constituency in San Fernando East. And I went to see the Prime Minister in San Fernando that Thursday. And after waiting all day until about 11:30 at night, I finally got the opportunity to sit down with Prime Minister Manning and had an opportunity for him to intervene in my life, to send me to the United States to do reconstructive surgery, to help me get off of the streets, to get me back into education, and to really get my life back on track, as it were. So it was quite a pleasure to have that relationship with Patrick Manning. But that is not where my friendship and my relationship with Patrick Manning actually started. So it actually started a while before that, and I'm going to go into that when Brian joins us. Just bear with me just one moment, guys. So Mr. Brian Manning, he will be joining us very momentarily. So just bear with us just a moment. Guys, if you haven't done so as yet, I'm going to encourage you, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I want again thank Brian for joining me on this stream. He will be here soon. You know, he's a very busy person. He has been selected for the upcoming general election in Trinidad and Tobago to contest the San Fernando East seat that his father was contesting. And I know up until my last recent conversation with him, I knew that he was on the ground and he was working throughout his constituency. He was getting his foot in the soil, as it were. So I know he's extremely busy, and I want to thank him for taking the opportunity to join me here tonight, and he will be here momentarily. But yeah, back to telling you guys a little bit about myself, about my story, and about how Patrick Manning intervened in my life and caused it to change. So a lot of you guys, you know that that acid was thrown on my face back when I was 15 years old, sleeping on a bench around the Queen's Park Savannah by the US Embassy. Hello to you there, Margie, out in Buffalo. Margie, you know, I got a message a few weeks ago from, sorry guys, I don't mean to stray from the topic, but I got a message a few weeks ago, Margie, as we wait for Brian to come in the studio there. And the person, they had your name, and they messaged me and they said, "Hi, how are you?" So I instantly thought it was you, and I replied to the message. And then they asked me some question. I can't even remember what the question it was, but I told them, I said, "Listen, could you provide me with the nickname that I am known in your family's household by? If you provide me with that name, then I would answer you any question." And they were not able to answer the question. So I knew it wasn't you. So good night to you. Keep vigilant, because I realize that people are trying to clone your profile and pretend to be you. So make sure and keep vigilant out there. Anyway, guys, so back to the story. So 2004, acid is thrown on my face. I'm living on the streets. I'm attempting suicide in 2005, attempted suicide in 2007, attempted suicide in 2009, in January 2009. And after my third suicide attempt, I was depressed, living on the streets, eating from the trash cans, like I said. and I made the decision that I was going to see Patrick Manning. And the reason that I decided to go see Patrick Manning was because I knew him from back when I was 7 years old. Yes, I originally became friends with the Honorable Patrick Manning when I was just a mere boy at the age of 7 years old. My grandmother, Lynette Ravello, who's now deceased, she took me to a meeting once that was opposite Queen's Hall in Port of Spain. At that time, on the first floor was the second floor, sorry, was the office of the leader of the opposition, and the then leader of the opposition was none other than Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning. And I remember that day very clearly. I didn't eat any food at home. I was hungry. I was tired. And Mr. Manning had an apple on his table, and I was staring at the apple. And he saw me staring at the apple, and he took a knife out from his drawer, and he picked the apple up, and he cut the apple. And he offered me peace, and I took it, and he offered my grandmother peace, and she said that she was fine. So he gave that piece to me, and I had half of the apple. And the very next week, it was on a Monday that he used to see the public as leader of the opposition. The very next week, I went into Port of Spain, and I got some bananas. And I took the bananas to him, and we shared a banana. And from that age of 7 years old, for an entire year, every week I would go and share fruits with the opposition leader. 1 week he would bring the fruits, the other week I would bring a fruit. So then life went on, and he became prime minister, and I had not seen my friend up until 2009. Like I said to you guys, in 2009 he intervened in my life. He arranged for me to get reconstructive surgery on my face. As you guys know, I've had 18 reconstructive surgeries so far. 12 of them was thanks to the Honorable Patrick Manning. So now, as his son walks in his footsteps, as Brian treads unfamiliar yet seemingly familiar paths, I just am grateful for the opportunity to sit down with him so that we could just talk about the legacy of his father and how he is keeping that legacy alive. So guys, just share this live in the meantime. If you guys know the climate in Trinidad and Tobago right now, you know that it's a very busy time at the moment right now. So just bear with us. Mr. Manning, he would be joining us momentarily. How about we play that one song by Marcus Mosiah one more time in the meantime, guys? Because I don't really want to talk. There are things that I want to say about my friendship with Patrick Manning, but it's things that I want to say to Brian. So I really want to just wait for him just a little bit, guys. So I'm just going to run this one song in the meantime.
Really don't know Marcus Messiah is yeah, like children, yeah. Oh, no. Reaching out to like children. Yeah. Me begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. Oh, no better unite. Yeah. Oh, begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. No, oh, no better unite. Yeah. Oh, that one you feed the youth, them inna the ghetto inna the sun. We nah know when the shipment come wrong. So who bring the coke and who bring the gun? The youth them like gun and the dog get shot down. And mama who light and a ball for her son. Look on her face, see how tears are run down. So tell me like you wanna feel away. Rise like the morning sun. Pulling again them like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. All the better unite. Yeah. Now, begging like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. No.
Guys, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know you're there. We're just waiting on Brian there.
from a distance, from afar. They get to you, them our. They me come to bless, they get to you, them some more. Particularly you, they put the matic on pause. Go with the pack in the grave, them load up with flour. Get to you, to the better live in love. No matter with the age, no matter with no graph. That's the only thing you should be thinking, yeah. Life children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. All the better unite, yeah. Oh, like children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight, no. No better you.
As a matter of fact, guys, I'm just actually checking my messages here. And I think it was even I who got the time wrong. I think that me and Brian, we supposed to have this chat at 7:30. So that is definitely my bad. So, yeah, guys, that is definitely my bad there. We're supposed to have this interview at why am I early? Why? Because you know I'm so accustomed doing this show at 11:30. Okay, guys, so just a quick update there. I'm just going through my phone here and I'm just checking the messages that we have here, and because what is happening is that, as I said, guys, Mr. Brian Manning, he's currently campaigning for the general election, the 2020 general election in Trinidad and Tobago. We were supposed to do this interview at 1 p.m., but we had a chat and decided it will be in both of our best interests if we conduct this interview at 7:30. But for some reason I got just a little bit excited and I'm here just a little bit early, so guys, just bear with me just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I have some music from my good friend Marcus Messiah. I'm gonna bring you guys some of that Marcus Messiah music. We're gonna keep the live rolling, we're gonna keep the stream going. And at 7:30 Trinidad and Tobago time, in just about 20 minutes from now, Mr. Brian Manning will be joining us on the stream. Okay, guys, so just bear with me just a bit. Okay, thank you very much for your patience.
Life children live right. Don't fuss, don't fight. No, no better unite. Oh no, oh, yeah. Try love, yeah. Why don't you try love? And if people is putting in a problem, yeah. I say, why don't you try love? And since people is putting in a problem.
Guys, what I'm gonna do in the meantime, I'm gonna drop a link. If you guys want to call in, if you want to comment, if you want to do a video stream, if you have anything to say, guys, we're going into election season. So let me tell you guys about the shows that we have coming up for you guys. We have some really nice interviews coming up for you guys. Let me tell you guys a little bit about the upcoming interviews. So upcoming. As many of you guys know, we have on Monday, we have my friend, my sister from Hollywood, California, Tanya Chisholm, coming up on Monday. That will be at 1 p.m. Trinidad time. We also have, with it being election season here, we just have confirmed Mr. Nikolai Edwards. Nikolai Edwards from the Progressive Party is going to be joining me right here on the Ravello show on the Wednesday. So that's this coming Wednesday. Nikolai is going to join me on the show. Guys, I'm going to give you guys a link on Facebook for if you want to join the show. As we wait for 7:30, for us to have Mr. Brian Manning on the show. That's Otis. Otis, thank you very much. New subscriber since your video with Wodemaya. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Mommy Rix. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to be making a lot of content for you guys. I'm going to be uploading content for my international audience. For my international audience out there, for everyone who's viewing from whatever part of the world, firstly, let me say hello, good night to all of you, all of my friends all across the world, wherever you might be. Now, I'm going to be making some international content, some DIY, some family videos, you know, with me and my son. He's 8.5 months old now, so we usually make the videos that are uploaded. But for the next couple of months, I'm going to be focusing on bringing content about my home country, Trinidad and Tobago, as we are about to enter a general election season, and there are some very important topics that we are going to discuss. Good night to Woodman there in Tobago. He's saying, I hope I'm not late for the show and interview. Woodman, actually, you're not. The interview, it is scheduled for 7:30 Trinidad and Tobago time. So we just have 14 minutes before the interview starts. But I'm just here because, you know, usually the show, it usually finishes about 7:30 time, but I just wanted to come on here a bit earlier so that you guys would know. Do you have Patron? So I do not yet have Patron. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to build my subscription, and I'm gonna try to bring out a lot more amazing content. I'm trying to do, I actually just got a really nice drone. I'm getting some gears together for me to make some really nice videos for you guys. So as the show grows, maybe there will be a day that I'm gonna need to get some financial assistance with that. Hopefully I'll be monetized by that time. But yeah, definitely maybe at that time I would look into getting a Patron account. But at this moment, no, I don't have a Patron account. Right now, I'm looking for the support from my friends that doesn't cost anything, and I thank you very much for giving me that support. Mami Rix, I thank you for subscribing to my channel, because at the moment, that is the major support that I am looking for. So share the channel with your friends, share it with your family, tell people to come on, support the channel, come subscribe. So I'm talking about the interviews that we have in. So we have on Monday, like I said, guys, we have my friend and my sister straight out of Hollywood, California. You guys must have definitely seen her in some shows. Tanya Crisome. She's going to be joining me on the show to discuss her journey in Hollywood, her fate in God, and how she is fusing her origin, her Caribbean origin, her Hollywood journey, and her faith and love for God together to create her unique style and her unique brand, Glamour Glory. So we're going to be talking to Tanya very soon. That will be on Monday. And on Wednesday, we have Nikolai Edwards, the political leader of the Progressive Party there in Trinidad and Tobago. Nikolai Edwards, he was the youngest appointed senator, independent senator in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. And it would be very exciting to have him on the show. Also, on Tuesday, I have a very special show on Tuesday night, guys. I hope everyone could join me on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, it is my mentor's birthday. It is Victor Supnarang's birthday on Tuesday. So I will be doing a live speaking about that journey, that friendship with Victor Supnarine. For those of you from Trinidad, I'm talking about the owner of Cariflex and Harry Crete. I'm talking about major shareholder in 51 Degrees. I'm talking about Goldfinger because he has a finger in just about every pie. Business guru Victor Supnarine, son of Harry Supnarine. He's gonna be. I'm not gonna promise you guys that Victor is gonna join the show. If anyone listening or watching the show right now, if you guys know Victor Supnarine, you know, like, yeah, I cannot promise you that Victor will come on this live, but I will do my very best to persuade him on his birthday to join me as I speak about my relationship with Victor Supnarine. So that is definitely one you do not want to miss. That is a very special episode on Tuesday night. It's not an interview. I'll just be talking about Victor. I'm going to pester him until Victor, I hope you're listening to this because I want you to know that when your birthday comes, I am going to pester you until you come on this live video with me. Yes, guys. So anyway, so those are some of the upcoming shows that we have for you guys there. Special good evening going out to young Romel Ravello, such a brave child prince. Thank you very much for that. Oh my gosh, that boy is so wonderful. He has made my life worth living. You know, I used to think about life like it wasn't something to hold on to. It wasn't something to try to hold on to. But ever since that boy came into my life, I can't imagine leaving him or anything like that. He's so amazing and he's so precious. Thank you very much for that comment there, Woodman. So guys, just a few more minutes to go. If you haven't already, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me that support. If you are watching on Facebook, then share this video. We're going to have the son of the former Prime Minister, Patrick Manning. We're going to have his son, Brian Manning, joining us in just a few moments, guys. So just stay tuned. I'm going to go back to my song there by my artist, Marcus Mosiah. And I want to get Marcus Mosiah on the live just today. Actually, today I was messaging him and thanking him again for allowing me to use his music on my channel. I really enjoy the song that I always open with there, guys. But there are some other songs that Marcus Mosiah has. So let me just give you guys another track from Marcus Mosiah. This is one video that YouTube can't block and Facebook can't block because I don't own the music, but I do have the express permission of the artist to play the music. So I'm bad tonight, just waiting on my guest, guys. I'm gonna try to be civilized tonight. I'm gonna be like just cool and calm.
Make life hard. But the meditation I make it easy so hard. Yeah.
In just a few moments, guys.
Make life hard. Yeah. But the meditation make it easy so hard. Yeah. Hey. But in my mind the top of sound with free me.
Hello to Sila. From Malik Barataria. Hey, that means people who know me since I was a little boy. When they used to call me Texas.
I see them. All let them say them I'm a friend. Them was see me and yo. See them spy. They stop my try. But them can't out the fire with the in the eye. But them a sell and buy. It make me cry.
People, in the meantime, if you guys want to call in, you could always click that link in the YouTube comments there. Let me get this link up for you guys.
They make life hard. Yeah, meditation, I make it easy, so hard, yeah. But in my mind, the top of sound, we're free when it make like hard. In my meditation, make it easy, so hard, yeah. In my mind, the top of sound, we're free.
Just a few more moments to go, guys. Share the stream, tell them we're about to get ready to go.
Time to rise. I don't feel it, feel it, yeah, feel it. Oh no, like yeah. Well, feel the pain. I don't know my feel and only that we obtain. No financial gain, only pressure and strain. My back like children, please start to stay.
All right, to my friends on Facebook, there you go.
Sometimes the money now work. Hey boy, see yourself the good work. Choose one and run blind there. Good vegetables, good fruits, of good herbs.
Hello to all of the people like Sheila Nelson, people who know me since I was a little boy. Don't know, probably for what, for 21 years now?
Yeah, but my meditation make it easy, so hard, yeah.
Alright guys, in just 5 minutes.
They make it hard, but life no hard.
We're gonna get going, guys.
Oh no. Seek and find that place in your mind. Oh no, them can't stop you from
Trini ads, I see you subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for the support, Trini. Trini ads. If you're watching the stream like right now.
They make it hard, yo. You have to must large up yourself. Yeah, Laments and Poker, Julia. Babylon, they make life hard.
Guys, so we're going into full election swing. Listen, after Tanya on Monday, we're going into full election swing. Full Trinidad and Tobago general election 2020. Listen, on this platform, we're going to have a little bit of everybody. So you're going to have the opportunity to call in. You're going to have the opportunity to interact. You're going to have the opportunity to get your questions out there. You're going to have the opportunity to listen to the representatives offering themselves up. We're going to try our best to get as much of them as we possibly can on the show. But yeah, we're going into full election swing. So after the show with Tanya on Monday, then from there we have Nikolai Edwards on Wednesday, and we just go in from there, just straight political, guys. So all of the live streams for the next couple of weeks and months until the general election, it is going to be mainly focused. We're going to discuss the other topics as well, but it is going to be mainly focused on the general elections 2020 Trinidad and Tobago, guys. So look out for that. For all of my international subscribers, thank you guys very much again for your support. I am going to be making videos and uploading them, but the live stream, it's mainly going to be political. We're going to have a lot of political commentary coming through from people from all walks of life, from the different ethnicities, different political parties. Some my friends, some I don't know. I'm going to put out a disclaimer that the opinions expressed by people on the show going forward in this political season may not necessarily be the views held by myself, but I want to create an open and fair platform for everyone to be able to express themselves. All right, guys, we're just a few moments away. We're going to have our guest joining us very, very soon. Mr. Brian Manning, son of the former Prime Minister, Patrick Manning. And guys, you know, like, you guys really have to subscribe to my channel, because it takes a lot to just get the caliber of guests that I've brought you on the show so far. for a channel that is just starting off. I think I started with Brooke Potter on the show. I had the original Woodman. He was on the show as well. He called in. It wasn't the interview show. It was one of these Have You Say shows. I'm getting mixed up because today the Have You Say and the interview is wrapped up in one. But nevertheless, we had Fuad Abu Bakr on the show. I still have Jesse Reyes coming up on the show. Tonight we have Brian Manning, we have Tanya booked in for Monday, we have Nikolai on Wednesday. So the caliber of guests that I'm bringing on the show, guys, you guys should understand what this channel is about. It's a really, really serious channel for good entertainment, but also a lot of knowledge, education, and upliftment. So subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, support the channel. Okay, guys, so any moment now, we expecting that our guest would be with us. I know he's having an extremely long day today. He's out in the constituency of San Fernando East, and he is on the ground starting his campaign for the general election. Honestly, I don't think this conversation tonight we are going to go in too much into the elections because we're definitely going to have Brian back after the show on Wednesday. After the show on Monday with Tanya, and we start the election season from next week. Then we are going to definitely be bringing Brian back, hopefully when he has some more time to spare us again, to give some more in-depth election coverage and hopefully to pitch his reasons as to why the people of Trinidad and Tobago should vote for him in the constituency of San Fernando East in this 2020 general elections. So as we talk in elections, I see a couple of things already kicking off in Trinidad and Tobago. I really want to, and I don't want to give my personal opinion because I want this platform to be a free and open platform for everybody to come and be able to discuss as to why they might be a viable option for governance of Trinidad and Tobago. I will not give my opinion because, like I said in my previous videos, that I do not have political ambition in Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, it's just for people to be able to come and speak to you, the public, the viewers there in Trinidad and Tobago, and also the international viewers. We have people in the Americas, we have people viewing right now in the UK, we have people viewing in Africa, we have people viewing in other parts of the Caribbean, people who may not be on the live, but they definitely do catch the show later on. And guys, in just a few moments we would have Mr. Manning joining us on the show as we talk about how he is preserving his father's legacy, walking in his footsteps. If you guys there, just give me a thumbs up, just give this video a like, leave it a comment, let me know that you guys are there. We would have Mr. Manning joining us very shortly. If you're watching on Facebook and you have not as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I implore you, please go to the link in the description box. In the meantime, as we wait for our guests to come into the studio, go to the link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just run one more in this Marcus Messiah tracks, guys. I know you guys wouldn't hear this music, you wouldn't hear it on mainstream media, you wouldn't really get it. And I want you guys to know, if there's anyone out there watching this live or gonna catch the stream later on and you have your original music, your original content that you would like to bless us with so that we could feature your music here on the show. We like to play music, but you know, with all of the copyright laws and everything, it's very hard to play music without the author's permission. So if you have produced music, we would love for you to send us that music. Yeah, just drop me a message and I would love to play your music on my stream. I'd like to thank Marcus Messiah for providing me with the music that I have here. Let's try another song.
We don't know Marcus Messiah. Oh no, ooh, yeah. Try love, yeah. Why don't you try love? Hey, if it always put you in a problem, yeah, yeah. I say, why don't you try love? Hey, since it always put you in a problem, yeah, yeah.
He's in bed. If you're here to see Romel Jr., he's in bed. He was full of energy a few moments ago, but now he is in bed. Alright guys, we will have Mr. Manning joining us very shortly. Good night to you, Nigel, my brother. Nigel, we have Nikolai Edwards on the show on Wednesday. Good night, good night, good night, Alicia in Long Island, New York. Good night to you. We are just fine.
Oh, I say, why don't you try?
Nigel is saying play Snapshot by 80 Soca on YouTube. Nigel, I'm not looking for Facebook to ban my video and for YouTube to ban my video tonight. If I play that song, Nigel, you sure I wouldn't be in some copyright violation as we wait on our guest to join us? Alicia, we are about to speak to a young man who may possibly have the potential of being the future Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. We are about to have the son of the former Prime Minister, Brian Manning, joining us in just a moment.
I say, why don't you try it? It's a put you in a problem, yeah.
All right, let's. And Nigel, can you confirm that there's no copyright violation in playing that song? We're gonna play the link that Nigel sent us there.
A warning to them fellas and them when they in the fed. You've got your phone and the cell phone. You've got your phone and the cell phone. You've got your phone and the cell phone. You've got your phone. Why? I see a bright light flash up on me. In the middle of a wine with a pizza here. I know they stay home and she waiting on me.
Alright guys, we're just playing a little bit of music as we wait for our guests.
Take that snapshot. Snapshot, who take that snapshot?
Alright, tell your friend don't report me as a violator of his copyright.
Who take that snapshot? Who take it? Who send it? Who take it? Who send it? I not cheating on the girl, I was just being friendly.
Nigel, I would like your friend to send me express permission to play his music, and I'll be more than happy to play this song. You know, it's by networking, it's by supporting each other. It's by supporting each other and building each other up. That's how we all gonna reach. So I'll be more than happy if you people have original music like AD. Send it, send it, send it. Send it, send it, send it to me.
By the time I reach the gate, look up in my gallery. She done packed up to leave, oh Lord. I see a bright light flash up on me. In the middle of a wine, oh, the streets are here. I go to stay home and she waiting on me.
Yes, you'll be here with us very soon. I know up until very recently he was on the ground on his political campaign in the constituency of San Fernando East. So we're just gonna have to bear with Mr. Manning. We're just gonna have to bear with Mr. Manning, guys, just a little bit longer. It's a long day for him today. And we're grateful for the opportunity that he will still take some time to sit down with us. But let's just be patient with our guest tonight. Let's enjoy some music in the meantime. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel as yet, go ahead and subscribe. Hello to all of my friends viewing on Facebook at the moment. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I ask you to go ahead and give me that support. Okay, wait. Yeah, we do have permission to play that song, so. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's watching, again, a special good night to all of my viewers all across the world. Let's just do a roll count. I could see Trinidad and Tobago in the house. I could see the United Kingdom. I could see New York in the house. Good night to everybody who is watching this video live simultaneously on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever you might be, whatever time it might be in your time zone at this present moment. I thank you very much for spending this time with myself. So tonight I am going to have a very special guest joining me in studio. I have not known him personally. I mentioned a bit earlier on that I've only actually met him once, and that was at the funeral of his late father, the Honorable Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning. But his father was a very good friend of mine. He was very, very, very good to me. And it is a pleasure and a privilege to have Mr. Brian Manning joining me tonight so that we could have a quick discussion about how he's keeping his father's legacy alive, walking in his father's footsteps. As I have been repeating, Mr. Manning, he has an extremely busy schedule today. He is on the ground, or he has been on the ground in his constituency in San Fernando East. So just bear with us, and in just a few minutes, he will definitely be joining us. If anybody else have some original songs, some original music, let us know. Good night to Mr. Winston Walker. Thank you very much for viewing, and my love and my goes out to you and to your wife Alicia. I know that you guys always support me in everything I do, and I am eternally grateful for all of your support. I'm gonna be making videos for my international audience, guys. I'm gonna be doing some uploads. My son and I. I'm gonna hopefully get the wife involved as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, she's a bit camera shy. I'll let you guys know the reason you haven't seen her is because she's a bit camera shy. But her confidence, it's coming out. It's starting to come out. I'm starting to see her confidence grow every day. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be seeing her joining me on the videos, myself and our son. She should be hopefully joining us on the videos as her confidence grows a bit more. But yeah, I'll be making videos to upload for you guys. But the interviews, we're going to be focused. I have the interview with Tanya from Hollywood coming up on Monday. But after that, we're going to be focusing on the elections in Trinidad and Tobago. So the conversations and the interviews, they would tend to go down a bit of a political line. Now, I'm not discussing my personal politics. I've said I would stay away from my personal politics on this show, on this channel, and I will continue to do so. However, I cannot neglect this opportunity to bring to you guys the coverage to the best of my ability of the election from my point of view, or from the connections that life has blessed me to have. So I will be bringing some very special guests, but they would be from different political parties. Time to time, you guys know we had Fuad Abu Bakr a few weeks ago. About a week or two ago, the leader of the New National Vision. Tonight we have Brian Manning, candidate for San Fernando East, son of the late Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning. On Wednesday we have Nikolai Edwards, political leader of the Progressive Party in Trinidad and Tobago there. I've been trying to speak to my friend Michaela because as much as Patrick Manning, former Prime Minister Patrick Manning, was my very good friend. I think a lot of you guys know that former Prime Minister Basdio Pandey was also a very good friend of mine. And Michaela Pandey, his daughter, has also been a very good friend of mine. So as we go into the election season, we know Michaela Pandey has her political party as well. So it is my hope that I would get my friend Michaela Pandey to also join me. How amazing would it be, guys, if next Saturday, after bringing Brian Manning tonight, if next Saturday I'll be able to bring my friend Michaela Pandey, that'll be awesome. That will be so awesome. You know what, guys? If you guys help me get to 500 subscribers, I think we could possibly make that happen, you know. I think we could possibly make the two children of the two former prime ministers on this channel to share in how they are building on their father's legacies and that unique friendship that I have had with them. Woodman, welcome back. Definitely, it is important to keep those spiritual obligations that you have, because indeed it is nothing but the strength of God that gets us by day after day. For all of these years, God has been with us. He continues to be with us. So definitely make sure and keep your obligations. But thank you so very much for fulfilling those obligations and then coming back to join us. We are still waiting on Brian Manning there. I know I've been repetitively saying this, but it should not be too long before our friend Brian Manning joins us here. Okay, so I think Brian is gonna join the studio in just a moment here now. So yeah, guys, all right, now guys, share this live. Tell them we about to go. It's we about to get ready. Let's have that discussion with Brian Manning. So I just got a message from him there. He is still on the road, guys. He's still on the road. He's not at home as yet. Um, it's been a very, very busy day for Mr. Man, and I'm sure you guys could completely understand that. We also know what the traffic situation is like in Trinidad, how horrendous it could be. We also know with the changes that has been happening, things are a lot more hectic with the whole COVID-19 lockdown and restrictions that were put in place. So, guys, just bear with us. We are also experiencing a lot of new things along with the world as the world continues to change and as we watch it change rapidly as the days go by. It's such a different world from January, just a few months ago, you know. So just bear with us, guys. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask Brian if he wants to postpone this interview. Just wanted to say that I'll be glad to be voting for Brian Manning. Just bear with me just 1 minute, guys. Okay, so back to Woodman's comment. Just wanted to say that I'll be glad to be voting for Brian Manning. He is going to be representing the constituency that I vote in. I'm sure he would appreciate that, guys. Okay, guys, so I am even gonna show you guys, like, I don't know, could you see? Could you see? You can't see, you can't see. I'm just having a chat with Brian here now. He is extremely, he's had an extremely long day, guys. He's still stuck on the road there. He has not been able to make it at home. And I have just asked him if he would like us to postpone this interview because I completely understand the energies that a political campaign would take out of you. I myself started political campaigning at the age of 11 years old with my very dear friend Basilio Pandey and Carlos John. So I know the stresses of a political campaign. And Brian has just now replied and he told me that he would greatly much appreciate it if we would be able to postpone this interview as he have had a very, very long day, guys. So guys, that's how it goes sometimes. We have to understand that the caliber of guests that I'm bringing on this show, sometimes we would have to make some adjustments and some rearrangements to bring these shows to you guys. We did change it around a bit. It's unfortunate that we would not be able to do this interview tonight because Mr. Manning, he's still stuck in traffic there. I know it's 8 p.m. now, and he's been out all day long on his campaign. And I could only say salutes goes out to him. I can assure you guys that we will have him back at some time. Hopefully, well, we're going into campaign season from Wednesday. From Wednesday, we're going into campaign season, so we could discuss a lot more than his father's legacy. We could talk, we could actually get into the political aspect of the conversation, and you guys could, you could offer your support, you could ask your questions, you could leave your comments for Brian Manning on that full political drive when we start that on Wednesday. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. My humble apologies to everyone who has tuned in. Thank you guys so very much for understanding. From Alicia, no worries. You will always have my support. I thank you so very much, my sister, for that amazing support that you have always given to me over the years. I greatly appreciate it. To everyone else who is watching, if you have not as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm going to ask you guys before you go, please click the link, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly much appreciate that. I will be back on Monday with Tanya from Hollywood, and on Wednesday at 1 p.m. we will have our brother Nikolai Edwards, who will be contesting the constituency of San Fernando West. So let's just read Woodman's comment before we go. I can say without fear of contradiction that Brian Father was the perfect MP in the San Fernando constituency, and we were looking for the apple to not fall far from the tree. Definitely, we are looking for the apple to not fall far from the tree. And I know Brian, he might be tuned in at the moment, so I just want to share just a quick memory. As Woodman said that, I just want to share a quick memory. I remember one day in 2009, I took a friend with me. And if he's online, unfortunately, this guy is not online to testify to this story, but I took a friend with me to the office of the Prime Minister in St. Clair. I didn't have any appointment or anything, but I popped in to see my dear good friend. And as I got there, the secretary, from the time we walked in, the police, they didn't bother to search me. They gave my friend a thorough search. They allowed me in. The secretary, the receptionist called Mrs. Margaret Murray Taylor, who was the assistant to the Prime Minister at that time, the Prime Minister's personal assistant, told them that I was downstairs. They said, okay, wait just a moment, Romel. And then a current sitting MP came in, and he saw me and my friend sitting there, and this guy's face, I wouldn't name him, but this guy's face, a current sitting MP, his face, he turned to me and he said, oh, Romel, please don't do this to me. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I have a meeting with the Prime Minister in 5 minutes. I'm sure you don't have an appointment. If they tell him that you're here and I'm here, he would much rather see you as his friend than see me as a business colleague. So therefore, I would have to miss my second meeting because your friend will prefer to sit down with you. And as that current sitting MP described, that is exactly what happened. He had to wait until I got the opportunity to sit down with my friend. So I will be looking forward to sitting down with the son of my very good friend. We will rebook this, guys. But until that time, to all of my friends all across the world, wherever you might be blessed.